All right, so this next yoga sequence that we're going to be doing is a seated sequence. And you can use a blanket at home if you have one. If not, no worries. You can also use a few blocks if you have those. And if not, no worries. I'll show you variations of both. We're going to start by just finding an easy seated position with your left shin in front of your right shin. And feel free to take your heels and your feet closer together just to find a little bit more ease. If this is uncomfortable, take your blanket and sit up on it so your hips can become a little bit more level with your knees. Rest your arms nice and long out from your shoulders as you move your shoulders back over your hips and sit up nice and tall through your chest. Allow your chin to stay lifted from your chest as you keep your collarbone nice and open as well. Lean back into your hips and just change the way that you had your legs crossed just to kind of even out each side as you sit up nice and tall, chest nice and open as well. And then the first posture we'll do is half butterfly to your right. So extend your right leg out at an angle and allow the sole of your left foot to come to your right inner thigh. Turn your upper body towards your right leg. Reach your arms up on your inhalation. And then exhale to become heavy as you fold forward and over your right leg. You can bend your elbows and rest them close to your body with your palms rotated open. Your chin can come to your chest as you allow your head to be nice and heavy as well towards your right thigh. This is a nice way just to stretch the left side of your low back. If this is causing any tension in your neck or in the back of your head, just allow your forehead to rest onto a block and then relax your arms long beside you. Breathe in to slowly return your shoulders back over your hips, and we'll switch sides. Lean back into your hips. Allow your left leg to come out, taking the sole of your right leg to your left inner thigh. Turn your upper body towards your left leg. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhalation to slowly spill forward over your left leg, letting the weight of your head carry you down. Your belly is nice and soft and heavy. You're not really using your upper body strength to reach for your left toes here, but you're just allowing gravity to take over. This is also a nice way to stretch the back of your left leg, the hamstring, the back of the knee, without requiring a really loose and open low back. You can always move further forward for more sensation or ease out of it for less. Take a breath out. On your inhale, slowly guide yourself back up. Lean back into your hips and slowly draw your feet to the ground. Move off of your blanket for now, place it beside you. And we'll take deer stretch from here. Start with your right shin in front. Your right shin, heel, and knee are parallel. And then slowly tuck your left toes behind you. You can keep your left toes tucked underneath, or you can flex your left toes, whichever is more comfortable for you. The sole of your right foot will connect to your left thigh and let your palms kind of rest right on top of your knees. And sit up nice and tall here. This is a great way to balance the rotation in your hips because you're externally rotating through your right and you're internally rotating here through your left. Take a deep breath in to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, turn to your right and slowly start to lower down to your elbows or forearms. You can let your head relax without any support or bring a block underneath your head. This is a nice way also to twist through the abdominal organs and through the muscles. Breathe in to return your palms back in towards your right hip and then to return your upper body to center. We'll take a quad stretch from here. Take your palms behind you at an angle. Lift your hips up and draw your tailbone closer towards your left heel. You can stay here or stay nice and lifted in the chest. If you'd like more sensation, feel free to lower down to your elbows or forearms. Keep your left knee grounded and the sole of your right foot still touching your left thigh. Breathe in to slowly return back through center. Lean into your hips. Draw your feet to the ground and we'll switch sides with your left shin coming forward in line of your knee and in line of your heel. Your right toes can tuck underneath you or your right toes can flex back to you. Allow your left foot to touch your right thigh. Sit up tall first as we change that rotation in the hips because you're externally now rotating here through your left hip and thigh and internally rotating through your right hip and thigh. Take a deep breath in. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, turn to your left and start to lower down if you'd like more sensation to your elbows or to your forearms. Let your head relax and the back of your neck stay nice and long. Shoulders soft from your ears. Breathe in to return your palms back towards your left hip, and then your palms come behind you. Taking that quadricep stretch on this side. Lift your hips up just a little bit. Stay on your palms as you stretch through your right quadricep, or lower down to your elbows or to your forearms. Keeping your chest nice and lifted and your shoulders soft. Making sure that your right knee stays grounded as you allow your chin to lift from your chest. Breathing in to slowly come up. Leaning into your right hip and coming back with your feet on the ground. You can invite your blanket in again now, and we'll take full butterfly. Sitting kind of on the edge of your blanket so that your pelvis tilts forward. Let the soles of your feet come together. The closer that you have your heels towards your groin, the more this is going to stretch the hamstrings, and then the farther away you have them, the more the adductors. Let's sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms up on an inhale, and then spill forward with your exhalation. Letting your arms be heavy on top of your legs or resting them underneath as your chin comes to your chest. You can bring a block in if your head doesn't feel very supported, and then rest your forehead to your block as you allow your upper back, mid back, maybe even the low back to round. And take an open mouth exhalation here. Inhale, slowly unravel all the way back up. Placing your block aside if you used it. Take your palms to the outsides of your knees and close your knees together like you're closing a book. Walk your palms back behind you, fingertips facing you. Let your elbows soften for supported boat. Allow your chest to lift. You can come onto the tips of your toes, lifting the soles of your feet, and kind of lean back into your tailbone. Your chin can lift here from your chest. It's a great way to open up through the chest. And if your chin is lifting, it also will stimulate through your thyroid. Draw your chin back to neutral. And our final posture we'll do is a supported forward fold. I'm going to demonstrate this sideways. Roll your blanket up. The tighter your hips are, the more you may want to find a little higher height with your blanket. Sitting then on the edge of it. Extend your legs out in front of you. If you'd like to stretch your low back more, bend your knees. If you want to stretch your hamstrings more, straighten your legs out. Reach your arms up and overhead, and then spill forward with your exhalation until your arms rest on top of your thighs or beside them. Your chin can fall into your chest as you allow the back of your neck to lengthen. You can always bring a block underneath your head for more support. This is one of the simplest yet important postures you can do, as it opens up your entire spinal column. It helps to draw your senses inward, as well as calming the central nervous system in the brain. Breathe out here. Inhale slowly to exit, rise back up. And that's it for our seated sequence on the